I don't know if I'm gonna spoil it for y'all, but if I spoil this for y'all, I apologize. Space Jam, the second Space Jam with LeBron James came out. I heard a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people were saying that the movie was corny. It wasn't as good as the first one or whatever. But I feel like it was a great movie. It all depends on what lenses you were watching this movie with. You know, me, I was watching it with with the healing lenses. I'm always looking at the healing or what's the bigger picture of the movie. And it was two things that I noticed, right? The first thing is your kids. When it comes down to your kids, are they doing what they want, or are they doing what you want for them? Because sometimes I feel like parents get caught up, like they want their kids to finish what they couldn't finish, or they want them to do what they couldn't go to school for. And they never bother to ask the kids, hey, do you like doing this? Or do you enjoy doing this? And then you wonder why, in many cases, some kids dropped out, they drop out of school, or they just don't accomplish the task in hand because they're doing something that they don't want to do. You never bothered to ask them, do you like doing this? Do you see yourself doing this for the rest of your life? Are you having these conversations? And again, sorry to spoil the movie. That's kind of like what's going on with LeBron and his son. You know, the kid that played his son. LeBron wanted him to play ball. He wanted him to be, like him. And the next superstar. But the kid didn't want that. The kid wanted to be a video game designer. And he actually had designed the game, but LeBron was so busy trying to make him love basketball that he overlooked that his son was brilliant and actually had a niche for designing games. So he never bothered to ask him. And the son always felt like he couldn't even tell LeBron, like, yo, man, I don't even like this. So he kind of felt bad. So throughout the movie, the evil guy used that for his advantage. The what's it called? Algorithm. That was the name of the guy. Yeah, Algorithm. You gotta watch this movie. You guys gotta watch this movie. But they're talking about Algorithm in the movie, right? So Algorithm was the villain, and he kidnaps LeBron's son, and then he kind of brainwashes his son.
That sounds like what the algorithm does today.
Yeah, he brainwashes his son into like pretty much going against LeBron, all because he knew that he loved video games, and he was kind of like, yo, man, your father, he's not supporting what you do. So he made him go against his son. He made him go against his father. Excuse me. And not tie that same scenario, maybe not as drastic, when you think about the streets. When you think about the streets, the same thing can happen to your kids. If you're not giving them that attention, it's going to be an older guy that they're going to admire or look up to that is going to give them that time and attention. But they're not going to teach them the right things. They're going to teach them whatever they were taught down the line. And it might be some bullshit. Just because you're not taking the time to listen to your kids and actually asking them, hey, what do you want to do with your life? What do you enjoy doing? Do you actually like doing this? Because I know I got you in acting school, but do you even like acting? I know I got you in boxing classes, but do you like the box? Are you asking your kids these questions and then you wondering why? I just wasted my money. I put you in all that way. I did all this for you, and I put you in boxing school. You're ungrateful little. You never asked him if he liked that. You never asked him, do you enjoy doing this? So if he lashes out or he doesn't do it perfectly, or he doesn't put his all into it, it's because he doesn't like it. Because if you saw it, like again, going back to refer to the movie, when it came to video games, the dude was solid. He programmed his own scan. He had like he made a machine that you could scan people. He was brilliant because that's what he loved to do. So you know what I'm saying? And then hold on, it's another part that I had to, I wrote notes. I'm getting good at this little thing right here. I'm getting good at it, right? So I'm getting better. Let me rephrase. I'm getting better at podcasting. Sorry. So the other thing is now they sucked LeBron into the Looney Tune world, right? They got LeBron in the Looney Tune world, and then the people that were the guy sent the link, right? He sent a link to the phones, and everybody that looked looked at the phone, got sucked in to the world, and now they were in the world with LeBron. And if LeBron lost, they were stuck in that world. But I say that to say this. It was like so many subliminal, like little hidden messages, like people getting sucked into their phones. And to me, it sparked me, because that's me all day. I have a phone addiction. I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is I grab my phone. I check. I'm always thinking if I'm gonna miss out on something, or I'm missing out on whatever, or who posted what, and it got to the point that I saw myself like just being sucked into the phone. I'm not even living life. I'm not even staying in the present moment, because I'm always on my phone. When I'm outside, when I'm supposed to be enjoying, having a good time, I'm on the phone, and I caught root to that. I caught on to that. I'm like, nah, man, I can't keep just being on my phone 24/7. So I switched my ritual a little bit. So now when I wake up in the morning, versus grabbing my phone, the first thing I do is I grab a book and I read a chapter, because I saw that shit was just out of control. Like, I'm not even thanking God in the morning. I'm grabbing my phone. I'm not even saying, yeah, man, God, thank you for waking me up, give me another day. I'm thinking on my phone. And when I saw that the people were sucked in to the phone and they went to this world, this fantasy world, that's where they were in. And it's like, when you look at life now, what are we on our phones looking at? A fantasy world that doesn't exist. It's not real. It's a bunch of lies and deception and just a bunch of nonsense that's not going to serve your mental health. So what I really got out the movie was live in the present moment. Live in the present moment and do what you love, and don't be afraid of doing what you love. Even if you have to tell somebody you love, like, hey man, I don't like doing this, man. I don't think I want to be a doctor. I like this. Don't be afraid to let your parents down. Like, parents also, stop putting so much pressure on your kids so they could do what you want them to do. That's not fair. That's not fair that they don't get to live their life the way they wanted to, because you want them to be what you couldn't become. It's not fair for them. So have these conversations with your children and talk to them and ask them, do you enjoy doing what you're doing? And if they have something else that they enjoy doing, encourage them, because they could be the next best thing at what they do, and you're stopping that because you want them to do what you want them to do. So with that being said, you tuned in with Check Your Mental. It's your boy Jumpout L.O, and I have to shout out a couple people before I go. Shout out to my girl Key over at Small Business NJ. She's doing something very awesome for the culture. If you have a small business, make sure you follow her. Follow her page. It's Small Business NJ, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna write it down in the description below. Small Business NJ, right? And hit her up. Make sure you follow her rules, and don't just hit her up. You better be polite and say hello, good morning, good afternoon, because she won't answer to you if you rude, forget about it. You ain't getting no business. And shout out to Lula's Empanadas. Lula's Empanadas on IG. Makes the best empanadas in the city. You can take my word for it. If you don't want to take my word for it, that's on you, player. But them shits be rocking. So hit her up too. Lula's Empanadas. I'm going to write that in the description below. So, and and my shit. You know what I mean? Wham, 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 wham. The bracelets. We still on with Blue Muse, and nothing changed. We out here giving it up. Support your own people. Cultura. Somebody throw me a cultura shit real quick. Throw me an alley. Can't get no alley. Throw me a hat. Throw me some. So somebody. There you go. Focus on the shirt. Nah. Focus on the shirt. Get my man right there. There you go. We out here, man. You tuned in with Check Your Mental, man. It's your host with the most. It's Jumpout. I'm out.